Oh, it's laps. So it's a rallycross event. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I kind of feel. I have guava. Guava. So we've established that drifting is not my forte. I am the better Yaris. You can get fucked, sir. Do y'all want to hear like a story of why I became addicted to the snow? Yes? No? I can't believe I've never told the story actually. I've only told it to one person, which was my friend, which was a few days ago on my mom's birthday. My dad was probably just there like, what the fuck is he talking about? So, okay, no one said yes, so I'm not gonna tell the story. But I will tell the story of like my mom's birthday. So me and my friend were just like chatting as normal. No, nothing was normal about that conversation. But like I'm sure my dad was there like wondering to himself, what the fuck are we talking about? Like he didn't say it, he didn't look it, you know, like no, it's not a good story, you know. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy. Okay, so the year is 2019, right? Hang on, let me get right in your ear. So the year is 2019, and little old me just turned what, 12? I was 12 in 2019, right? Yeah, I was 12. I was in grade 8, so I was turning. No, I just turned 13. Because when I was 12, I broke my arm when I was 13. When I was 12, I didn't go to the land service camp because I was in the mountains. And then when I was 11, I was in grade 6. Sorry. Let me get my shits. Let me get my numbers straight. Calculator. AC. 2000s. No, sorry. 2019 minus 06. 13. I wasn't 13. 20. It wasn't 2020. It was 2019. Yes, I went to a camp called Land Service, right? Which Land Service is a predominantly Afrikaans camp, right? Everything you do is in Afrikaans. You pray in Afrikaans. You eat in Afrikaans. I don't know how to speak Afrikaans, but anyway, that's not what the story. That's not what the story is about. 1 hour 12 minutes. So at Land Service, right, there's this dance called Soaking. So this is the June camp, by the way, right? And me being antisocial, I was on my iPad chilling in a corner somewhere, right? I was on my iPad chilling in my little corner somewhere, right? And this girl, blonde hair, blue eyes, grade matric. I think she was in matric, right? No, she was either in matric or in grade 9. She was between there, like grade 9 to grade 12, in that age range, right? Around like 16, 17, 18, right? She comes up to me. She's like, "Why are you not dancing with anyone?" I don't know how to soaky, by the way. She manhandles me onto the dance floor, right? No, she grabs me out of my chair and manhandles me to the dance floor, right? Get to the dance floor. She holds me. She holds me, gang, like I'm the bitch in this scenario, right? So she grabs a hold of me, right? Drags me to the dance floor and we start soaking. Now, because I don't know how to soaky, I step on her feet a little because you gotta do that as a gentleman. Fine. I don't know how to soaky, right? But that day, I felt things I've never felt before, hey? I won't lie. So, we soaky. We finish. The dance ends. She's like, "You're a bad dancer." Which, fair. I did step on her feet like once or twice. Alright? I did step on her feet, so that was my fault. Right. Okay, I'm running around in circles, so let me just get to the point. Fine. Another girl grabs a hold of me. Again, this is an Afrikaans camp. So you can imagine that there's a lot of snow. Alright? There's a lot. What the fuck is this, David? Wait. 1, 2, 3. Gang, the stream has only been going for an hour. Why did you dehydrate 3 times? Anyway, back to the story. So, next girl grabs a hold of me, forces me into a soaky. I don't have a problem with it. She's pretty, you know. Fine. The night ends, and I'm hoping to see that girl the next day because I didn't have a crush on this girl or anything. So we were able to talk during this event. So August comes, the selection comes, I get selected as runner-up to go to finals. As in, I wasn't chosen to go to finals, right? The 3 people who were chosen to go to finals, one of them says he's going, the other one is from another school, 2 of them say that they're going, and then the other guy says no, he's not going. So I throw my head in the ring and say, you know what, I'll go. Oh shit, we all have V10s except that those 2 shitty fucks. So because I wanted to go to finals. So because I decided, okay, you know what, I do want to go to land service. I tell my teacher, my land service like teacher, that I want to go to land service. And she's like to me, she's like, yeah, the other guy cancelled, so you can go. Then we had to learn how to soaky, right? And so these 2 guys come to teach us how to, okay, not 2 guys, it was 1 guy, 1 girl, to teach us how to soaky, both the guys and the girls. And I get picked. I get picked to be the girl who gives us just soaky. Hang on. I'm gonna restart this. So I get picked to basically dance with this girl, and I don't mind it, you know. She's bare pretty. She's really pretty. Like, she is like, she would be the love interest in a Jace Norman like movie, right? And she picks me, so I get to dance with her. As I'm dancing with her, right, I keep glancing at her. By the way, in the June camp, I was like busy stealing looks at her because she's in grade 9. She's like older than me. She's older than me. She was in grade 9 at this point. This is a different girl, not the same girl I danced with at land service. This is a different one. So me and her carry on. So we dance, right? And because I have a crush on her, I'm happy at this point. Like, I'm gleaming ear to ear. You know, I look like the fucking Joker. But she still dances with me, gang. And to describe this girl, right? Just imagine blonde hair, blue eyes, and just the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life. And since that day, Poncho di Patang Kadimeng became addicted to the snow, and I've never looked back. So yeah, that's the story of how I became addicted to the snow. I know I went around a lot, but if you heard it, you heard it. If you didn't hear it, the story will never be told. So, quick recap of the story. Oh shit. So, 2019, went to land service. Got manhandled by a really pretty girl who's like in matric at that point. Didn't get chosen for finals. One person drops out because I was runner-up, so I get to go to finals. Since that person drops out, I get to go to finals. At the previous camp in June, I meet this girl called Bianca. I fall in love with Bianca, or have a huge crush on her, but I refuse to talk to her. So I go to the final. Since I get to go to the final camp, I have to learn how to soki. And guess who comes to teach us how to soki? Bianca. Do I say anything to her? No. I just listen to her as she guides me through the dance, and man, was she wonderful to dance with. Like her body felt amazing. I wasn't trying to feel her up. It's just the nature of the dance. If you've ever seen anyone soki, you'll understand how intimate that dance is. Ask your Afrikaans friends. And then eventually at the December camp, because I was actually too young to be at that December camp. I was 12 years old, right? No, I was 13, which meant that I had to be at a different camp because everyone was 14. It was 14 plus, and my age mates were at a different camp. And then eventually I start talking to a different girl who I get her number. I chat with her for a couple of weeks and then I lose that number. So yeah, that's my story of my love life and why it's non-existent. So yeah,
all right, mate. Good job. So
I hope you guys love that story. I don't think I'm ever gonna jump off this boat, but if it ain't snowing, I ain't going, gang. And actually, I kind of have a crush on this girl right now, who is friends with one of my friends, Hans. And I don't want to be like, hey, can you like talk to your friend for me? Because I'm gonna feel like a weirdo for doing that. And she could also, like, you know, not like black people. Eh? What the fuck did I just say? I have a crush on my friend's Hans friend. Yes. Oh, you know what? The last logical solution. Fly to Norway, gang. Gang, this car understeers like shit.
Hey, thanks, Jordan. I enjoyed that.
Either fly to Scandinavia. I think maybe like fly to Poland, because I heard that Polish women like black men. You know, just be there like the. Okay, no, that's not Polish. The Propojalovic is Russian. And you know what the funny thing is? I don't think I've actually had yellow fever. Like I've had like 2 friends that are Asian.
And stamped. Cool, huh? Not much beats
But yeah.
the bamboo forest
Any advice, Tyler?
without the new barn
Any
house.
advice? Any advice?
Some more just dropped.
Okay, we'll do these later.
Is now available. All that exploration is paying off.
Alright, let's see.